Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, we're going to do your monthly for the month of November. And we're going to start with an overall or undercurrent energy like that sits underneath the entire message for the month of November. And we're going to see what that is. And I just want to say that the whole month of November is a portal month. It's the month of 11. So it's a portal month. It brings you the opportunity to step through to something new every single day of the entire month. And obviously we have the 11/11 and we have a couple eclipses. So it's really awesome, if you will, energy going on right now. We have Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. That's really beautiful. That sits underneath. I'm really drawn to those wings. I mean, obviously, I've seen those wings before in this image. I probably haven't really thought about exactly how humongous they are. We have a wing that goes up all the way back there, and then we have a wing that goes down here. They're just huge. And then we have the little baby, which also has little baby wings. I sort of have just really focused in on like the woman obviously flying and then a little baby flying, but not really paying attention to the wings. So there's something about, first and foremost, so I want to start with saying this. I have focused on other things before. Maybe what's right in front of me, like what's really, really obvious, what's really like in the frame of what you're seeing. So we're picking up the obvious. So this is the message for you. So Scorpio, you perhaps have just focused on the obvious before, and now you're starting to notice things around, like you're starting to pick up. You're just seeing more. Maybe perhaps like you're coming in with a different perspective. You're coming from a different angle. There's a deeper understanding. And then also with the wings there, I just feel like it's effortless. It carries you. It's protecting you. It's freedom. There's so much more to it than meets the eye. Okay? That sits underneath the entire message, okay? So what do we have for Scorpio here for the month of November, please? That's interesting. Okay, message in the bottle. So perhaps you've been waiting to hear some news. You've been waiting to hear back from someone, or just have something fall more into place, and you've been working towards it over time. Message in the bottle number 15. And it's interesting. I was going to say it's the yin card, but it wasn't. It's exchanging gifts. Exchanging gifts, number 27. And there you go. The Observer. It's a deep knowing card, but it's like it's the Observer. This is what I'm feeling with this. Like there's a deeper knowing. It's interesting because I use words like different perspective, a different angle. There's a different like a deeper understanding. And then the card, like the deep knowing card, comes out, but it is the Observer. Like it's exactly that. It's describing the thing all over again. Together with a change in the wind. So this is coming out together. So we have a change in the wind and deep knowing coming out together. So the stars are aligning here as well. Do you see that? The stars are coming in there, aligning. And the owl is just all about wisdom for me. Deep knowing, deep connection. Just to keep that beautiful alignment as you change. There's a change in the wind, and as you change, just make sure you keep that alignment inside of you. We're going to clarify this and really get to the message just in a little bit. So why is this here for Scorpio, please? Well, the cards are talking for sure. Excuse me. We're putting 15 on 15. So we have decision on the message in the bottle. We have Ace of Gabriel and the Moon. Okay, so what? Okay, so Ace of Gabriel is a clarifier for exchanging gifts. Exchanging gifts, we have the Ace of Gabriel, which is very much the Empress. Also a lot of deep knowing there. And then the Moon card, number 18. The Moon card sits on top of a change in the wind and deep knowing. And then just maybe one or two more cards here, please. To go even deeper here for Scorpio. I just want all of it on the table before we start to just really have a clear picture. Discontent and boredom is the only thing that wants to come out. So Scorpio, you might be dealing with impatience a little bit, just probably knowing we have the rainbow seeping in here. We have the beautiful castle in the back. It's like it's a little bit dim, so it's not that easy to see. It's like if you just turn around and look out over the views, over the fields, over the whatever your view. If you just sort of turn around and look out there, it's like you're going to see something very different, but being a little bit stuck in the same place and a little bit annoyed that things aren't moving more quickly, it's just an illusion. Okay, we're going to get to that. So if we start over here with the message in a bottle, exchanging gifts and changing the wind. Okay. So we have the message in the bottle, which typically talks about what the message in the bottle is. Like if you think of that, like when we say it's a message in a bottle, like someone is sending a message and it's, you know, traveling across the sea, it's traveling for some time. It's not a telegram, right? It's a message in the bottle. It takes time. And when it arrives, it is something, that could be ages and ages ago that was put, like a message was put in there. So this might even be something that you have even forgotten about, like you years and years back, or like just what you would consider to be a long time ago, you put out to the universe that there was something you wanted to do or something you wanted to achieve or something you wanted to be or like become. And then you sort of let it travel out into the ethers and almost have forgotten about it. So when it now comes back around, it's like it's such a happy surprise, but it's not completely, like it's not new. It's almost like oh my God, I even forgot that I wanted this at one stage, or you thought it was just never going to come about because it's been like it's been so long since you wished for this. And we have the decision card here that's coming out, and I just feel together with these two cards coming out together, I just feel that the message coming in, whatever the message is, so metaphorically, whether that is a job opportunity, whether that is a relationship, whether that is an ex, there's someone from your past showing up on your doorstep again. Whether that is a wish come true or like a passion of yours that is like now, for whatever reason, now you can execute it. Maybe you thought about it like 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and now like the circumstances has organized itself, so it's like it's time for it. But it's almost like you're in this different state of mind now, or like you're in another relationship, or I already have a job, or like it's like I just feel like this thing coming in, these news or this person or this situation, this experience, if you will, that is coming in for the month of November is bringing you like a lot of, it helps you to clear your mind. It brings, like, if you just allow yourself to have this experience, if you allow yourself to, I don't know if if I compare it to like a 10-year reunion, like from school or something, or like a 15 or 20-year reunion from school, depending on your age. Whoever goes to those things, I just never do. And it's like, okay, so there you meet your high school sweetheart or whatever. And you might be like already in a really beautiful relationship right now, Scorpio. It's just that for that one day or that one night, you're fully with that person again. Like you get to re-experience things, like just reminiscing, like being nostalgic, being, go down memory lane. It doesn't mean that you want to quit your job, quit your relationship, quit your now situation because you have that one night of reminiscing. Does that make sense? And so you're not doing anything wrong by revisiting. It's just a playful revisiting of your past. What I'm feeling with it though is that it's clearing up a whole bunch of things for you. It's like you didn't even know how, and what's the word? Cathartic, I think. Cathartic. Like it's really cleansing, and it's really helping you to come to a lot of clarity. So it's, if anything, it's really good for you to invite this experience, to invite this memory, nostalgia, person that's sort of coming in. You have a decision to make though. Like it's a decision to, like, do I really want to bring that back into my life or back? But like, do I really want to, is this the path that I wanted to go down on? Or is this just a night? Like this is one night only to remember certain things. It might have a more like a bigger depth to it, if that makes sense. It might not be so surface leveled as I'm presenting it to be. Like, it might be something a little bit deeper that is just visiting your life. This can even be a memory that starts to appear in your head. It's a memory that's coming back around. You haven't thought about this person or about this situation for years and years, and for whatever reason, whatever you're doing right now in your life, Scorpio, it's bringing back those past thoughts or those past memories of someone. And to just try to not shy away from it, or like, oh, I don't want to think about that, or like, I'm so past that, or I'm so over that, or whatever. There's a reason for it to reappear. And there's something like really nostalgic about it, yes, but it's also very healing. It's very, it really has its place that it's showing up. So I wouldn't brush it off or like send it off. I would give it my attention for a bit, because it feels like it's clearing out a lot of things. And it makes you be clear about like deciding how you want to move forward with your life. Whether that is inviting that message or that person or that thing coming back around back into your life, or whether that is just something you're dealing with right now in your life that you're trying to like decide where to go. This old memory or this old person or this old experience like comes back around or is now coming in, that helps you really decide. So however you turn this, it's going to bring clarity. I love this. And then we have exchanging gifts, number 27, and Ace of Gabriel. So I just find that the exchanging gifts here today is telling a little bit of a different story. I just feel like there's something about, it's really hard to see. You see that there's a face on that box? So we have a ballerina there in the box, right? And then there's a lid we're taking off the lid, and the ballerina comes out. And there's a cat sitting. I'm seeing the angel wings there again. It's interesting. I probably haven't really focused in on those wings before. Do you see that she's actually wearing wings? And so again, I mean, it's an angel. When I think about it, there's wings in this first one. There's wings here again. With the decision, there's wings. Ace of Gabriel is wings. The moon card is wings. Like they're all having wings here today. And there's just something extraordinary with the wings here today. You might even know what that is. That might be like a special message for you. Let's just take the sound away. I'm sorry. It's protection. It's depth. It's freedom. It's okay. There's an extra special message there with the wings. Okay. After this engagement, like not an engagement, actual engagement, but like after this engaging in this new situation, like something is coming back around. This might even, we have 1515, so it's like, it's the devil's number. So it might even be that you, like, that's why I'm saying don't brush it off. If something comes back around, or if there's some sort of news, there's something coming in, an experience, something that perhaps even brings you back to memories of when you maybe weren't so much in alignment. Maybe there were even like addictions going on. And so you associate, it might be the actual addiction that comes back around. Like the thing of that, I can say the thing that causes the addiction, because there's deeper things I believe that causes any addiction. But the thing you used as you were addicted might come back around. And to not brush it off, but to just really look at it, because it's going to bring you a lot of clarity. After going through this thing, there's a bigger reaching out on your part. Like there's a connection there. This is in particular, like this is a ballerina and a cat, right? But I just feel like it's like you're stepping into your teacher role. Like you're stepping into your, it doesn't mean necessarily you're becoming a teacher, but like a teacher of life, a teacher of experience. And the more you're stepping into this energy, like it's like you want to start to share. You're more keen on receiving. So before, perhaps you have been a little bit like, I'm not interested. I don't want to know. I'm, every man's island. Like every man is an island. Like, well, you can be that, but it would be so helpful. It's just something that brings in this awareness for you, that allows for you to start to be receive help from others. You're better at receiving help, better at receiving information even. It is almost like you've been a little bit afraid to even receive information from others. You just want it to be so pure. And that is a good thing. To want it to be that pure, and to want it to just come from a very like natural and organic source is nothing wrong with. But when it almost becomes a worry, or almost becomes like a resistant energy to not receive help or information or wisdom from other people, that can be a little bit of a block. And I just feel like you're opening this up, and you're sharing more freely of yourself with others. And you're not so, I don't want to call you closed-minded, but like you're not so closed off. You're not so closed off to receiving help or guidance or wisdom from others. And you can just trust that when you're at this level of energy and vibration, vibration and awareness, the people around you, like whether you're attracting information or wisdom, or pure energy through yourself, through your own guides, through your inner being, or whether you achieve it through other channels, other people, doesn't really matter as long as it stays pure, right? And then together with that, we have the Ace of Gabriel, which is you becoming the Empress, becoming a more solid, grounded person that is just stepping into more and more and more into their passion, the purpose, if you will. Whatever brings you passion and purpose in your life, you're just more and more becoming all of this. And there's a deepening inside of you there, and you're sort of coming out. And then we have the change in the wind. I love this. So it's like changing house, shifting country, shifting. It can literally be anything of those like material, physical stuff that you're literally shifting homes or shifting places, like location. But that can also on a deeper level be that there's a change going on inside of you, and I even understand this more clearly now with the deep knowing that yes, as you're going through this change, you can lean back on, you can rely on the connection with your inner being, but it's more like you have now started to clear out your mind. There's a lot of healing going on there for you, and like overall, I just feel, and as you do, you're more and more connected to your inner being, and as you more and more connect, there's going to be a change. So it's almost like not a catch-22, but like, is it the hen or is it the egg that comes first? So it's like, whether it's a change in the wind, there's going to be a lot of help because you're connected to your inner being. You're connected with your heart in a different way. Or you're connected to your heart and you're starting to get more into alignment, more into contact with your inner being that then causes the change. It doesn't really matter because all of it is going to bring about the change, and all of it is going to bring about more of the connection with your inner being. And we have the moon card here, which is today I'm very drawn to the high priestess around this card. The high priestess being like, just really listen to your intuition, paying attention to your psychic gifts that are just really starting to flourish. I feel there's a lot of beautiful change going on here. Clearing something out from your past, healing something from your past, like getting to the bottom of things and just bringing you so much clarity. And that allows for you to really start to pay attention to your intuition, to your gut feeling, and anything that has been, maybe you, like, I'm trying to think of an analogy, but like anything that you have pushed down, anything that maybe you didn't want to deal with at the time, maybe you didn't even want, like, sometimes we're just not in a place where we can deal with certain things that is happening in our lives. Like, for instance, you might be 5 years old and something happens, it's so dramatic that you don't even have the tools to sort it out. So you just sort of compartmentalize, like you just put it in the box. And we're now taking you out of the box. We're putting in a box and like revisiting this trauma or revisiting this experience like that many years later, when you have gained experience and wisdom and knowledge and clarity. Now we can revisit that, and so it's coming back around. Or it's a situation that is so traumatic that even though you would have the tools, or you're a young adult or like whatever, you're not 5 years old anymore, so it would be easier for you to address it in a different way, like come from a different perspective. It doesn't matter, because sometimes when things are a little bit too traumatic, we sort of just tend to shut down. And I just feel like these things are sort of resurfacing now. That can even be the message in the bottle. Something's coming back around for you to just to not shy away from, or like oh no, that is, I don't want to think about that, or I don't want to think about this person, or like, well, it really serves you because it's going to strengthen a part of you that has been hidden. There's a part of you that you sort of have counted out or like haven't allowed for a long time. And as you start to integrate the entirety of you, the listening of the intuition, the gut feeling, like just the communication with your inner being, the communication with your inner world is going to be so vastly different, because now the entirety of you is there. I hope this makes sense. And then remember we had this. So this is a little bit Scorpio, typical Scorpio. If you completely generalize Scorpio, you're not good with having to be patient. If you decide that something's going to happen now, it's going to happen now. And this just doesn't happen now. There's all the solutions in the world. There's all the healing in the world thinkable for you here. The rainbow, all the chakras like is lining up here. The rainbow is just coming in. It's seeping in. And we have, like I said, we have a castle in the back there. We have so much lush, like there's lush green, there's potential, there's flourishing going on. And as you're a little bit like completely dressed in purple, by the way, which is very spiritual. It's a very spiritual awakening, opening path going on right now for you. To just trust the timing, or trust the time that you need, instead of just being a little bit impatient, a little bit bored. Why aren't things moving more quickly? It would have if your control and if you're feeling safe would have allowed it. So just know that your control and your safety, like the feeling of safety, is moving as quickly as it possibly can, or you would shut down, or you wouldn't allow this to rise to the surface. Okay, so whatever time you need, you need. So instead of being a little bit grumpy and a little bit impatient, just trust the process and the timing. Okay, final message here, final message for Scorpio, please. Final message. Obviously, the heart chakra. So, did I mention the heart, or did I just say, I just feel like the connection, a deeper connection with your inner being, with your inner world. I think I said the heart, like with the heart. It just feels more centered, like coming home, connection. This is really like what's at work here. That's really, really beautiful, Scorpio. Okay, that's what I have for you for the month of November. I want to do remind you, or if you're new to this channel, that I do personal readings. So read about it in the description box. I've just started to do them, and you're so welcome. Just send me a message and we'll take it from there. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Bye.